Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So guys, in this session we'll be discussing how to prepare for UPSC CSAT comprehension. And in this session we'll be giving you some very important tips and very important tricks to start preparing for your exam for your CSAT comprehension part. So let's jump into the session. I'll be discussing with you 5 very important tricks to crack comprehension in your UPSC CSAT paper. So first of all, you need to understand the number of questions that are based on comprehension in the, and we'll be taking a hint from the all the previous year passages, previous year questions that have been given. So this gray line in every year describes the number of questions given for reading comprehension. So since 2014 the number of questions have ranged somewhere between 25 to 30. So you can say in 2014 there were 33 questions. Then in 2015 there were 30. 2016 there were 27 or 28. 2017 there were again 30. 2018 there were only 25. 2019 there were 30 questions. 2020 25 questions. 2021 27 questions. 2022 27 questions, and 2023 26 questions. So what can we understand and what can we analyze from this? RC questions have had a big say in the CSAT paper. The number of questions in the last 4 years have ranged from 26 to 30. That means 33 to 38% of the paper. That means you can crack this exam just on the basis of reading comprehension alone. But that is not a good strategy, by the way. But what I'm saying is the potential reading comprehension has in this exam is you can base majority of your answers on reading comprehension itself if you have a good command over this. So the length of the passages have been between 80-word passage for one question to 200 words for a 4-question passage. Hence it becomes all the more important to understand the passage holistically and to solve the questions in a synchronized way. So what are the tips and what are the tricks of reading comprehension that we can give you or we can share with you so that you can improve on your CSAT comprehension part? So first we need to understand the psychology behind descriptive reading comprehension. Reading comprehension is the perception. Please understand this, guys. Reading comprehension is the perception, making sense of and comprehension of written matters. In more clear words, it is to cognize in all respects the information, feelings and the thoughts that are desired to be transmitted as they are without having caused any misunderstanding in its course. So you have to read, understand the critical information, the feeling and the message that is conveyed by the author without any misunderstanding in the passage. Since reading comprehension requires effective utilization of cognitive structure, so you need to have a good cognitive structure, cognitive hypothesis, focus more on perceptive skills, memory and the strategies required to perform mental operations. So first you need to understand what are the key points to read between the lines. That's what we call them. That's what we call it, to read and understand what is conveyed by the author, but which may not be explicitly mentioned in the passage by the author. So that is what we need to grasp, to infer and collate information from the passage, to understand the crux of the passage, to be original when you are to be original in understanding what has been conveyed, and to be able to elaborate, to be able to understand what has been mentioned by the author. So the first and the most important trick or tip you can say to improve your UPSC CSAT preparation: broaden your database, broaden your knowledge. What section of the newspaper do you turn to while reading a newspaper? So important is what do you read, right? Reading articles on topics which you understand and know about is very easy as compared to reading on alien topics. Hence, it is very important to develop a broad background of knowledge in various fields. Remember that essays from any field can come in reading comprehension passage, right? So it can be any passage from anywhere. You can improve your knowledge base by reading books, newspapers, magazines and articles, online articles and periodicals regularly. Start taking interest in what is happening around the world. This would not only help you to develop your reading skills but also help you during your group discussion and personal interview stage. Read from a broad range of topics to avoid monotony. So that means you should be a jack of all trades sort of thing. So be hashtag we can say be a jack of all trades and master of all as well. But you have to be jack of all trades means you need to know good points about all the key points, all the aspects that may or may not relate to your exam. Second, learn to understand the structure of paragraphs. So guys, most often the paragraphs used in reading comprehension passages are taken from articles or periodicals written by good authors, good writers. These writers generally have a well-defined structure of constructing a paragraph, and all of them have. Their paragraphs will mostly have a proper beginning, the middle part, and an end section. So knowing the functions of the respective parts can help you understand what the passage is trying to convey. For example, the first sentence will most probably be constructed in such a way that it gives the reader main idea of what is going to come in the passage. So first sentence is always very critical. It is like opening a curtain. So read the first and the last lines very carefully to get to the crux of the passage. Third, guys, choose your passages carefully. Accuracy holds the key in reading comprehension as well as verbal ability as a whole. So try and finish the essay easy passages first instead of wasting time on tough passages. So start with easy passages so that you can focus on your accuracy, and do not waste time on tough passages. So attempt them later. How do I know if a passage is easy? Keep two things in mind. Number one, is the topic of the passage something that you're familiar with? If you are, then it will seem easy to you. And are the question direct or twisted? I mean, are the questions inferential or factual? So that will tell you if the if answering the questions would be easy or not. So decide, choose your passage carefully. So solve passages having direct questions first. It will be better if the passage is on the subject which you know about. Hence, selection becomes important. Next, avoid long passages with few questions. So that is a smart strategy. We know that there are three levels of passages: level 1, level 2, level 3. So if there are big passages with fewer questions, avoid them. So in continuation with the above point that I just discussed with you, try to avoid long passages with few questions. This will save a lot of time and you can concentrate on smaller passages with more questions. However, you must remember that it is more likely that the long passages with few questions would be easier and may contain direct questions as well. So that is the catch. In the end, you will have to choose your strategy carefully, keeping in mind all the factors. But if you have an option, go for passages with more questions. That is definitely, efficient when you are answering your questions. And last tip, guys, focus on comprehension instead of speed. That is important. While reading, speed is a key factor in saving time. It is not the most important criteria. So you have to remember, it is not the most important criteria. It is important, but not the most important criteria. You have enough time to solve the passage, this paper, because you only have to score 33% marks, right? So you do have enough time. So don't focus on rushing in solving the questions. Take your time to solve the questions. One can read a passage very fast without really understanding what it is about. That is true. Hence, you need to make sure that you pay more attention to reading comprehension instead of reading speed. So more attention to reading comprehension instead of reading speed. You should be able to comprehend the passage fast. This will help you a lot in solving the questions. On the other hand, if you just read fast and do not comprehend properly, you may have to revert to the passage again and again. So you might have to read it again, wasting your time, right? So choose your passages carefully, right? Have a good strategy, be knowledgeable, and focus on comprehension, not on speed. So what should be your approach for this exam? Read selective topics only. Choose your topics which you want to solve in the paper carefully. Develop conceptual understanding as well as practical approach. That is, you should know what it takes to solve an inference-based question, a conclusion-based question, or a corollary based question. So these are three different approaches that you need to learn when you're solving your passages. Then start your preparation on time, because many students do not pay enough attention to CSAT. They just started in the last month, and that is, it is already too late to develop all the concepts in the last couple of months. So start on time. And last but not the least, practice a lot. The more questions you practice, the better your approach is going to get in this exam, right? So I'll also give you some key sources to prepare for. Now, if you're starting out, now you can refer to a book by Norman Lewis. That is Word Power Made Easy for Your Vocabulary. Newspaper articles or online articles. You can include PBS, Live Mint, or the Hindu, right? Offline and online. Practice questions from the previous year questions. They'll give you the right context. And the guidance from EduTap comprehensive course, that is by far the most important source that you can come across. So we have launched a comprehensive course for only CSAT aspirants. So we are preparing you for CSAT just under 100 hours. So in this course, we have provided you all the concept videos for all the topics that there are in this paper, along with the downloadable notes, downloadable PDFs. Then there are practice questions, there are sectional quizzes, then there are full-length tests as well to put you more into the practice mode. Then there will be weekly live doubt sessions that will be conducted by us to help you with your queries, and there will be live revision classes before the exam as well. You know the faculty members, Vishnu sir for quants, you know me for English, and Meghna ma'am for reasoning. So if you want to join us in this course, you can scroll down in the description of the video. The link has been given in the description of the video as well. And guys, if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, you can call us on this number, that is 8146207241 during the office hours, or you can also drop us an email at hello@edutap.co.in. That is our email ID, hello@edutap.co.in. And do let us know your feedbacks. Do let us know how we may how we may help you in the long run as well, right? So if you want the PDF of this and many more such sessions, you can also join our Telegram channel, the link for which has been given in the description of the video. So thank you so much once again, guys. Keep on working hard, keep on giving your best. We wish you all the success in your endeavors ahead, and happy learning to all of you.